So he had a little breather.
Yes, still among the tops in the American Hockey League points race. Coming into play tonight with 28 points, tied for 16th in the league, and he has the puck now. The former Admiral winds, fires, he scores! Darren Haydar, welcome back!
Mark Dekanich did not see this at all. Perfect screen, and that's what Darren Haydar is so good at. He reads plays, spots different situations, and I think he knew that was in front of him, the screen. And he just simply let it go. Now here's the great forecheck. Grant Lewis coughs it up. That was Ryan Garbutt, who just signed a new contract. Congrats to him, and Haydar lets it go on net. Dekanich not near enough close to the near post.
Yeah.
There's plenty of room there for Darren Haydar to find the target, but I think that surprised Dekanich. I think he's thinking that he's going to pass it to the slot.
And if you're Chris Mueller out that close to block the shot, you have to block it.
Sure you do, yeah.
Because your goaltender is going to cheat to one side to try and find it. And Dekanich cheated to the wrong side. And a dirty dozen now for Darren Haydar. His 12th goal of the year. Ryan Garbutt the assist at 2-16. That's the 4th time in the last 5 games. Off the face-off, it bounces away from UC out to center. So with 55 seconds to, I think that's 65 seconds to go, the man advantage. And we'll have to work back in their own zone. There's Clausen leading the team with 6 power play goals and 11 power play points. UC has it now. We'll give and go with Clausen, and UC will leave it off for Clausen. Now it's Mueller, sending it back behind the net. Defenseman, UC has it up top. Laxu over to Clausen. Clausen winds, fires, stopped by Mannino, looks around, Mueller shoots, he scores! 18.
Must be that area of the ice. Clausen's shot similar to Haydar, short side, and it gets through Mannino. You got to have that puck. It gets through the blocker and lays behind him, and Mueller in good position, spotted it, jumped on it. Puck laid right around the goal line. He just throws it into the net. But here's the shot. It gets under the arm of Mannino, behind him. And Mueller saw it before anybody else, and he was the closest to it. And he's going to swat this in with a little help. Well, it might already be in. Yeah. Not sure if Mueller, he celebrated like he touched it, but well, this is well in, off the post on the far side. And in, but if it is, it's Clausen again.
So Clausen or Mueller, regardless, it's a 1-1 game now in period number 2. 2 shots for the Admirals on that power play. Give the goal to Chris Mueller for now as Krog comes across the line with some speed. Can't get it out. Postma lost the handle. And back the other way. It's lobbed in by Santorelli. Jason Krog with 2 great chances. Check will move in. Fresh on the ice. Dawes takes the feed. Working deep in the corner. Has Ross supporting in the corner. Laxu trips him up. After the loose puck, taken away by Mahacek. Quickly to the line. Matheson out in quick. Punched away by Dekanich, but right to Mahacek. Now Ross control it. He escaped. Out in front. Dawes. Backhand shot. Dekanich looking around. The goal line. They score.
The lights on. The referee never looked to see if the light was on. The light was on a long time before the whistle went dead.
Wolves are going to celebrate like it's a goal, and referee Jared Gregerson is going to have a conversation with his line staff.
Seriously, Jason, that light was on way before. I mean, a good couple of seconds at least. And it looks like the goal's going to count now. I thought he was waving it off. Let's have a look at this play. Jared Ross to the front of the net. It's actually Grant Lewis that throws it back towards his own goaltender, and that puck is in the net, no doubt about it. Dekanich, his stick, the shaft, the knob, will knock this puck in. I think if he just sits back, he's probably going to keep it out, but his stick is going to lay down, and it throws it up against the puck, pushing it just over the line. And the goal light certainly went on very quickly, recognizing that. Tough, quite honestly, for the referee and his angle to see this puck sneak up just past the post, but absolutely a goal.
So Jared Ross will get the goal, his 10th of the year. Lane Lambert anxiously awaits. And it was a controversial goal that wasn't so controversial, but with 3/10 of a second that Jason Krog in the power play in the second period Saturday was credited with. So that's been a bad end for Milwaukee in the last 2 games.
Absolutely. Referee now going over to talk to the bench after the captain, Brett Palin, had a word or two with the referee, and now he's going over to explain, and he's going to say, I didn't call it a goal. I did not disallow it. I went to see if the goal judge was correct. Now, Lane Lambert doesn't like that, I'm sure.
I think he's asking, did you know that the puck was in the net?
Right.
And you were right there.
Yeah. Lane not happy at all.
Division. Admirals have the power play to start period number 3 as time remains on the interference penalty to Riley Hosopel, a valuable penalty killer. Dropped off at center. Clausen, who was just given credit to the Milwaukee goal, will try and chase it down. That goal did come on a power play, so it would be his team leading 15th of the year. And they also changed up the Wolves goal. They did not give it to Ross, they gave it to Mahachek. Dawes, who lost an edge, has an assist on that goal as Clausen controls the puck now. Clausen back up top. Blum's blast got through, and Mannino makes the stop. His 20th of the game. Cormier controlling now. Nice read there, but just ran out of options. As strong of the puck was Milwaukee. They attacked with 3.
He's got to be helped, though. Someone's going to yell at him to put it back down deep. And easily Cooler would have been able to get to that puck, but he does not know that with the traffic on his back.
Yeah. Blum will sneak in. His shot, he scores! Upstairs.
That's just a bad play without communication. When Cormier has that puck, he's room to go back with it. No one talked to him when he held on to it, and he was challenged. There was too many guys. They took it off him. It ends up being a top shelfer over the glove hand. Pretty good shot. Jonathan Blum does have one of those. His 3rd of the season. Clausen again instrumental on the play offensively. So smooth with the puck. Just a couple of nifty moves, and he feeds it across. And the knuckler deep in the net. Mannino didn't even get his hand up in the air, to be honest with you. This is a pretty good shot. There's the first contact, too. Did not notice that. That could have been goaltender interference.
Absolutely. We've seen that called.
In the blue paint. It's not as if he was outside the crease. So Cinderelli nudged Mannino, and that may have taken him off stride.
So Milwaukee 2 for 4 in the power play. We started to rave about the Wolves penalty killing, and that's the difference in this game, why we're tied at 2. Especially teams played for Milwaukee, 5-on-5 played for the Wolves. Milwaukee will get to shoot first, and Mark Santorelli will get the call. As Mannino awaits for Santorelli, it'll be his 6th try. 2 for 5 in the air, cuts in, he scores.
That's a nice play. That's a play with patience. I think a lot of guys would have tried to send that underneath the left pad, but he holds on all the way to the last second, and look at that. He's got about 3 inches to throw that puck in. Davies will shoot first for the Wolves. This will be his first attempt of the year. The rookie with speed out of Wisconsin cutting in, and Dekanich sends it over. Pull and drag, tried to go top shelf. Dropping the shoulder was Dekanich, but the glove hand comes up. Linus Clausen will go here. We've seen him go to the backhand. We've seen him go to the forehand. Maybe he'll miss the net. He is 3 for 7 on the year. The Swede will bring it in, slowly settling it down, and now cuts and he scores, slid it in between the legs. Well, Peter, knowing that this guy is a dangler, he tried to surprise him and throw a stick out, but still Clausen sees that, just lets it go. Oh, right through the legs, what a beauty. So the Admirals have scored in their first 2 attempts. Nigel Dawes 0 for 1 on the year will pick up. Dawes is going to use the speed right up the gut. Cutting in, fakes the back, and he scores! Nigel Dawes, his first year in Hartford, was 0 for 4 in the American Hockey League, got called up, and when the Rangers went 4 for 7 in his first 7 shots in the National Hockey League in this situation. Well, not a bad attempt there as we head to the 3rd round. Jamie Lundmark will get the call, 3 for 6 on the year. Lundmark will bring it in, now slows up. Mannino comes up to the poke check, and the Admirals 3 for 3. Wow. Lundmark barking at Mannino as he heads back. Look how slow he ends up going, and Peter tries to come out and challenge. Howdy doody, what a move. Angelo Esposito will get his first call of the season in this shootout. Wolves need a goal here.
Esposito will pick up. Second year professionally for Esposito, working in, fakes, back, and a shot, and Decisive stops it. Well, the Admirals with a goal here.
Must situation, yeah, both ways. Wolves got to score all the time, and Mannino's got to stop him all the time.
Number 29, Mark Van Gilder.
Mark Van Gilder gets the call. 2 for 4 on the year for the Admirals. Starts off fast, slows up, fast, slow, and a stop by Mannino. So the Wolves get a stop. Now they need a score.
And the next will be, is that Darren Haydar?
Yes.
It is. Come on, against your old team. It's a good stop by Mannino. Just had to paddle down.
Haydar had the lone goal the last time the Wolves were in a shootout in the 5th round. He's 1 for 2 on the season. The right-hander will work in slowly, winds, fires, and Decisive makes the stop. And the Admirals pick up the 2 points. The Wolves will have to settle for 1 in a shootout loss, 3-2 the final.
Well, we saw Darren score last time we had a shootout this building with a slapper in the slot, and it seemed to get right through the goaltender. This one right into the mid of Decisive. And Decisive was in the apple for 8 games. The Milwaukee Admirals went 4-4 during that span, but they've got their ace in the hole back. He is a terrific goaltender. And the Wolves do gather a point before the break. Game 3 out of 4 against the Admirals in this 2-game set. So not so bad. They've had a strong month, as you had mentioned. The record very good, and hopefully coming back after the Christmas break, we'll get back on track.